Hello everyone. I'm Gargi and today I'm going to talk about fiscal consolidation. So let's have a look at how it works. The content of this video includes what is fiscal consolidation, how is it achieved, and the relation to the budget analysis. What is fiscal consolidation? So, any policies which are taken by the government to reduce the fiscal deficit and debt accumulation is known as fiscal consolidation. How can we achieve fiscal consolidation? So, whenever the deficit increases, what happens is expenditure is more than revenue. So, how we can reduce the fiscal deficit? There are four ways to reduce the fiscal deficit. The first two ways includes increasing of revenues. How to increase revenue? There are two types: revenue receipts and non-debt capital receipts. So revenue receipts include tax collection, that is GST tax collection increases, direct income tax, corporate tax, uh, income achieved through excise duties, custom duties, etc. That is called revenue receipts. That can be increased, or our selling of properties, disinvestment, etc. Comes under non-debt capital receipts increasing. So the second way is decreasing expenditure. There are two types of expenditure: revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. So, revenue expenditure includes all the spending which is done on health, education, subsidies, government aids, etc. And capital expenditure includes all the infrastructural development, anything which is done for employment generation. So, either the expenditure in all these two key things can be reduced, or we can increase the revenue. So government objectives were, according to the FRBM Act of 2003, government wants to keep the fiscal deficit to less than 3%. So closest we could get through all in these years was in 2008, which was near 3.7%. Then post few years, COVID-19 pandemic hit and the government had to spend excessively for the economy to grow, to get better. So the fiscal deficit reached reached approximately 9%. But as the pandemic went away, the expenditure of government reduced, and the target for 23-24 was 5.9%. And as you can see, we are pretty much on the track, and we have almost achieved it. And the target for 24-25 is 5.5%. Let's see how 23-24 budget, how we achieve our target. So we spent less on the schemes such as PM Garib Kalyan Rath. We spent less for fertilizer subsidies. So that is, revenue expenditure was less. Secondly, capital expenditure remained similar. Capital expenditure means when we invest on infrastructural development, it generates employment. Because of employment, more income is there in people's hands, and they will spend more. So it's a cycle which is good for the economy. So that remains similar. Thirdly, the revenue receipts, that is GST collection, direct income tax, and all the revenue receipts, they partially increased. So that was good for us. And fourthly is GDP growth has helped. So when the GDP growth is high, government has to intervene less, and the economy keeps on going. So those are a few of the things. And for 24-25 also, we have taken similar steps. We are going to take similar steps. GST and income tax will increase, and also international prices have reduced. So which uh, which has an effect. Also, capex multiplier effects is there. As I told, infrastructure increase, employment generation, and more income in people hands. All this has a multiplier effect, so which is really better for the economy. All this has worked together, and we have also done continuation of what we did last year. So in this way, we have achieved consolidation for last year, and probably we will achieve it for the next year as well. Thank you so much for listening.